Happy Good Friday, I'm Brittany Defran. Whether it's office work, watercolor painting, playing music, or just reading a book, the 2022 NFL Draft airing live tonight right here on ABC. This year's draft is taking over Las Vegas and will showcase the nation's top football prospects. Aggies, you might just have another bragging right added to your list. In a recent study, College Station was ranked the best college town in Texas. For the Oriole lovers out there, it turns out if you're trying to get the perfect twist, you'll be trying forever. Protesters here are filled with passion as they're carrying signs and chanting things like "Enough is enough." Speakers like Harris County Lina Higaldo spoke to protesters today, sharing a message of hope and demanding change. Live in Houston, Alu Saturu and her late husband Mark Saturu have always dreamed of blasting off into space together, and just like that, Marco will soon orbit outer space looking over his family for years to come. That's right, as community members here in Centerville sit on the sidelines waiting for some good news, some local business owners have stepped up to provide meals to law enforcement to help them get through another day. As we're still seeing blue bonnets and other Texas wildflowers across Texas plains, many people are taking the opportunity to snap their spring pictures in the grass. Now, this is an all-hands-on-deck effort with not only neighboring local law enforcement agencies, but FBI is assisting as well. And Texas DPS has also added Lopez to the Texas 10 most wanted fugitive list as the search continues in the night. Some of the many things you can do is silence your phone to ensure there are no distractions when you're on the road. Dads walk through the halls hanging out with students and waving at kiddos, but now the responsibility of what they do is much more appreciated than ever before. It's a snapshot of something these dads do every other day. An image of a memory for these students that'll last a lifetime.
I think we'll always remember it and look back on it and laugh about it, about how fun it was. And yeah, I'm glad I got to experience it. Yeah.
Although it began as a fun way to bond with your child, now in the wake of the Uvalde Elementary School shooting, these dads recognize it means much more.
It's very important, the whole safety aspect of it all, even from car drop-off and pickup, but just to make sure that, again, that the doors are locked and kids are safe where they're supposed to be.
Trace Allen and Aaron Canese are graduating 4th grade and say this is something they'll never forget. Why do you like the Dad Watchdog program?
I like them being at our school because they help work together with the students so the students can learn more social things about older people, not just people their age.
I love that. That's awesome. Thank you. And what do you think?
I like when they're just like walking everywhere and they give you high fives and like fist bumps. It puts a smile on your face sometimes.
Their presence is important, and paying attention to, our kids, not just the safety aspect and the security of our schools, but just the mental health.
Luera hopes this inspires other dads to be more present in their child's lives.
The name is Dads of Great Students. My daughter has a lot of joy with me doing this. It gives me a lot of pride to be able to volunteer and help out in the program. You love it? The high fives? High five?
As these dads wrap up the school year, they'd like to encourage other Sam Houston Elementary School dads to look out for the Dad Watchdog launch this September, as next school year will be here before you know it. Just 7 days ago, Melanie Tieperman was going through her daily routine when she and her son witnessed the exact moment Lopez escaped. As Tieperman takes us back to the moment she and her son witnessed Lopez escape, she says they watched alongside the road as Lopez jumped a fence, ran up a hill, and into the woods. From that moment forward, their lives were never the same.
It's very stressful to have to make an emergency plan with your children, not knowing if he attempts to come into the home.
Although it's been a very stressful time for Tieperman and her family, she says the ability to bear arms has provided a sense of safety she is thankful to have. The Department of Criminal Justice released these photos today. These are the last photos taken of Lopez before he escaped custody. Loss, grief, at the hands of someone using gun violence. It's a difficult topic to discuss, but I had the chance to speak with two parents with a unique perspective, willing to share their thoughts as our nation faces another mass shooting. finding the words to describe how they're feeling is difficult. For parents,
you just feel sad first and you feel lost.
And children.
The traumatic impact that's going to have on the other children as well as parents, and a severe loss. It's just a tragic situation, and it just brings sadness.
With 5 children of her own, Suzanne Ghost empathizes for the parents now grieving their babies. As she reflects on her years in the public school system, she recalls the memory of a very scary time.
When I was a public school teacher, before I homeschooled, we absolutely had active shooter drills. That by itself is scary.
Doug Vance is president of the Brazos Valley Coalition on Suicide and Prevention and supports families through the process of grief. He understands each experience is different.
There's also a denial, an anger, a bargaining, depression, but then there's generally an acceptance. It doesn't mean a condolence. It doesn't mean that it's okay, but it means you learn how to live with the event.
Vance encourages people to talk about their feelings.
We know the importance of having somebody who's going through a traumatic event, a traumatic loss, to be able to talk about that with other people who can relate.
According to the Gun Violence Archive, the U.S. has experienced 212 mass shootings this year so far. 44 have taken place in the month of May. 19 of those this month have taken the life of at least one child. And with those stats, Ghost says she would feel better if one main thing could change.
Every individual to have the right to protect themselves as they see fit, no matter where they are. I don't agree with the idea that if you're in a certain place, you can't protect yourself.
If the Uvalde Elementary School shooting has emotionally impacted you, there are resources in our community that can provide the support you need. Reach out to the number right there on your screen if you'd like to seek a peer support group. A federal judge plans to prevent the Biden administration from lifting Title 42 next month. Governor Abbott meeting with another Mexican governor today at the border. We have the latest from him and what it would take for him to meet with President Biden. Texas A&M University is no stranger to integrating virtual reality into education, and now VR has made its way into a new nursing program. The zoo is a favorite destination for all ages, and the heart of Texas boasts one of the premier zoos in the nation. Members of Walmart's discount program are getting a bit of a break at the gas pump. Starting Wednesday, Walmart Plus subscribers get 10 cents off a gallon of gas.